Are you a piano player who wants to have thousands of studio quality piano sample libraries under your fingertips? Do you want to produce music using hundreds of thousands of sounds but maintaining a pianistic focus? Are you a keyboardist who loves the tactile feedback of real buttons, knobs, and faders rather than fiddling with your laptop? I've got the perfect MIDI keyboard for you. In this video, I'm going to tell you 6 reasons why Arturia's 88 weighted hammer action keys MIDI keyboard is your best choice if you are a traditional piano player looking to delve into the infinite world of digital audio production. You can check the best prices, latest specifications, and my recommended digital pianos, keyboards, and music learning apps in the description. If you are an acoustic piano player, one of the most important aspects of your instrument is the key action and touch response. This is where Arturia's Keylab 88 Mark II shines. The key action on most MIDI controllers is frankly awful, and I should know. In my line of work, I have used at least a dozen MIDI keyboards. Arturia used one of Fatah's best key actions on their Mark II. It is a made-in-Italy mechanical action that closely resembles the weighted movement of an acoustic grand piano. It is a smooth, responsive, but heavy action that's more Shigeru Kawai than Steinway. And the synth keyboardists will need time to get used to it, but piano players will be able to caress extremely expressive musical phrases from these keys. While key noise is a little more audible than what I prefer, the white felt strip at the key pivots help to dampen the noise. I would love a contrasting red felt strip like those on acoustic pianos instead of the inconspicuous white felt strip, but that is really more an aesthetic preference. With Arturia's MIDI Control Center software, you can select various velocity curves. If none tickles your fancy, you have the option of customizing your own velocity curves. For better expression of synth and orchestral instruments, these keys come with aftertouch, which I find really useful when producing virtual orchestration. You can find a list of my recommended 88 hammer action MIDI keyboards in the description. Nine out of 10 MIDI keyboards I have reviewed are made from cheap plastics, and many of them feel more like a toy rather than a serious instrument. I don't blame the manufacturers as they need to make their MIDI keyboards affordable and lightweight. But the Keylab 88 Mark II is the creme de la creme of MIDI keyboards and oozes luxury. The build quality is comparable to a Rolls-Royce rather than a rickety Lada Samara. The entire chassis of the Mark II is made of metal, not plastic. Even the base of the music rest and the included laptop stand is made of metal. I like the small aperture at the bottom of the music rest, which allows you to charge your tablet or smartphone while in an upright position on the stand. You get real wood at the sides of the keyboard and the optional wooden legs, not just tacky veneers. The pitch bend and mod wheels are made from aluminum, something I have never seen on a MIDI keyboard. The 9 endless rotary encoders, which I prefer over encoders with hard stops, are fluid and smooth. The feel of the 9 sliders didn't wow me as much though. They felt less premium and I have come across better sliders. Every button has an incredibly solid tactile feel that will not leave you wondering if you had pressed it. While the backlit monochrome LCD screen provides great visibility at every angle and has utilitarian functionality, I do wish Arturia gave us a bigger color screen like those on the MKII MPC keys and Native Instruments S88. There is no question about how robust the 16 RGB backlit velocity and pressure-sensitive performance pads are on this keyboard. They are solid with very little side-to-side free play. The color of the backlighting can be easily configured using Arturia's software. For use as key switches or for scene selection, these pads work great. For finger drumming, the pads aren't as dynamic as I would like them, but I did get used to them after a couple of days. If you prefer something more portable, do check out my recommended portable keyboards in the description. Most MIDI keyboards come bundled with a few obligatory plugins to get you started, but more often than not, the bundled instruments are either legacy plugins or light versions which are often available for free anyway. As the Keylab 88 Mark II is Arturia's flagship MIDI keyboard, it comes bundled with almost $750 worth of software from Arturia's library. The biggest highlight is Arturia's Analog Lab V, a full-blown product that costs $200 and not the light version bundled with other Arturia's keyboards. Analog Lab V contains more than 7,000 presets for analog and digital synths, acoustic and electric pianos, organs, strings machine, and samplers. For the piano players, you get Arturia's $250 Piano V containing 12 renowned world-class pianos meticulously crafted using Arturia's proprietary modeling technology. Whirly V, which usually costs $150, have you covered with a classic time keyboard with Leslie speakers or guitar amp output. The presets are modeled after famous songs from artists such as Marvin Gaye and Queen. Organ lovers are not left out either. Arturia's $150 Vox Continental V is a 1960s drawbar combo organ popularized by the Beatles, the Doors, and Elvis Costello. Ableton Live Lite, which is an entry-level yet powerful DAW, is also included so you can start producing music right out of the box. You can sign up for a 30-day free course on how to produce electronic music in the description. I could really tell that Arturia has put in tremendous effort in integrating their instrument plugins with the controls on the keyboard. The integration is so tight and well implemented in Arturia's ecosystem that the Keylab 88 Mark II operates as intuitively as a hardware synth. All filters and effects are automatically mapped onto the corresponding faders and encoders, and moving between instrument categories is a breeze. Setting up voice layers and configuring keyboard splits for live playing is accessible with just a touch of a button. The hardware and software integration on the Keylab 88 Mark II is the gold standard that I hope other brands can learn from. Getting productive immediately is one of the big selling points of this MIDI keyboard. The Keylab 88 Mark II has 9 presets for use with the most popular DAWs such as Cubase, FL Studios, Logic, Reaper, Studio One, Pro Tools, and Bitwig. It also comes with 6 customized magnetic overlays for 6 of the DAWs. Even if your DAW is not listed, you can easily set up your own user templates. Transport controls such as setting in and out points, start and stop recording, loops, rewind and fast forward, as well as moving along the timeline felt tactile and analog. Adjusting track volumes and panning, selecting, muting, or soloing tracks are a breeze and extremely intuitive. There are also buttons for quick transpose and octave shifts for live performances. You can set up the keyboard for up to 10 work scenarios and quickly switch between them on the fly. Whether you are playing live, mixing, or mastering, the controller adapts and gets you making music really fast. Learn how to use a DAW with a 30-day free trial course in the description. Being able to connect to every imaginable gear is one of the strengths of this keyboard. I haven't seen another keyboard with better connectivity options at this price. Besides the usual USB MIDI port and 5-DIN MIDI for controlling other synths and workstations, there are CV outputs for connecting to analog synths and Euro racks. You can connect up to 5 pedals to the keyboard, including one for sustain and one for an expression pedal. These pedal inputs can be configured to trigger any MIDI functions, freeing up your hands. You can check out the complete specification and the latest price of this MIDI keyboard in the description. I absolutely love this keyboard. It might have a couple of quirks, but there is really absolutely nothing like the Keylab 88 Mark II out there right now when it comes to the ridiculously good key action and the absolutely tight software integration with plugins and DAWs. The high-quality weighted 88 hammer action keys makes this keyboard perfect for piano players like myself who will play live in church and produce piano-focused virtual orchestration in my studio. With the optional wooden legs, this controller looks good both on stage, in my living room, and my studio. Check out the description for the best prices and my recommended digital pianos, keyboards, and music learning apps. My name is Jeremy C, and I'll see you in my next video.